Good morning, students. Here we are with a new topic, which is the construction of X-ray tube. Basically, the components which involves for the formation of X-ray tube. So without wasting much time, let's start this video. First component is going to be the glass envelope, basically the outer covering of the tube. It is going to be made up of Pyrex glass or metal ceramic. It is also going to be made up of borosilicate glass. Second component is cathode assembly, basically the negative terminal. Under this, we have filament and the focusing cup. Filament is made up of tungsten and focusing cup is made up of nickel. Filament is responsible for the emission of the electron by the process which is known as thermionic emission. Focusing cup is basically responsible for the focusing of the emitted electrons towards the anode. Third is anode assembly. Anode assembly is going to be represented by positive terminal. Under this, we have focus port and the copper stamp. Focus port basically the target material, and the target material is going to be the tungsten on which the moving electrons are going to hit. Copper stamp, it is basically made up of copper and is responsible for the easy dissipation of heat away from the tube. Next will be the anode disc, basically the focus port or the disc over which the electrons are going to hit. Sometimes it is rotating in nature, other time it is stationary in nature. So if it is rotating in nature, it will going to carry the stator and the rotor. Position of a stator will going to be the outside of the tube, whereas in case of rotor, it is inside the tube. Stator is going to produce the rotating or continuously changing magnetic field. Due to this, there will be the electromagnetic induction, and which is going to be responsible for the production of torque inside the rotor and is going to be rotating the anode disc. Next will be the tube window, basically the window or the area from which the emitted or the produced X-rays are going to exit out. It is going to be made up of beryllium or the thin glass. Just because the atomic number of the beryllium is very less, which is 13, most of the X-rays are easily going to pass out from this and very less number of electrons are going to be absorbed under this. Next will be the protective housing. This housing can be made up of metal, but it should carry the lead lining, which is responsible for the protection of the patient as well as for us from the secondary radiation. Next will be the insulating oil. As the name suggests, it is going to be work as the insulation purpose of the tube, basically the heat absorption. Next will be the cooling system. It can be oil cooling system or the air cooling system, which is going to absorb this mostly 99% of energy, which is in the form of heat. Next will be the high voltage supply, basically the potential with which the electrons are going to move from cathode to anode. Next will be the filament circuit, which provide the supply to the filament just for the emission of the electrons from the filament. And the last will be the collimator, which is going to be made up of the material which is aluminium and is responsible for deciding the area over which the emitted X-rays are going to hit over the patient. So this is all about the construction of X-ray tube. Let's have a quick notes for that. Thank you.